Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be hopefully solving an issue that you've been having. So I have this plane model here that I found on Sketchfab. I will leave a link to it in the description. But this little front piece here, it's real nice. It has this little interior that I messed with a little bit. Yeah, it's all looking good. So what I'm going to be doing, and I haven't done anything. There's no modifiers. There's nothing else over here. It's just this piece that I'm exporting. So if I go over here to export, export is FBX. I already have one here, but I'm just going to override it by deleting that and then just saving it here. I have selected objects because I have that selected. Hit export, and then let's go on over to Unreal. So I have it here. If I import and I go to boat game, come out here, B737. So make sure generate missing collision is unticked. You do not want that to be ticked. Everything else should be fine. Hit import. And if you open this, it's going to take a minute. If I hit over here show collision, I have no simple collision because remember I hit do not generate missing collision. And then if I hit show over here, I have complex collision that perfectly outlines absolutely everything. Like even this little piece, it's like that and everything. So for the longest time, ever since I've been working on Unreal, I wish I could just use this collision. Because of course, you could come down here, you could set this to the max, hit apply, that'll take a minute to load. It'll get very choppy because my computer isn't the greatest thing in the world. Okay, and then it's done, and then you get this collision. It's not too bad, but you can see here, there's a piece blocking the doorway. That's not aligned right, and then you got this floor here that's not level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove collision. You see I still have this collision here, and that is fine. So if I go over here, I'll just search in the search bar, collision. There's nothing here in the primitives. Now, I don't know if this matters, but I know this does. So hit customize collision, and then this is what I did before. I just hit B737, so it has that. And make sure generate missing collision is unticked. And then right here, where it says collision complexability, I believe it's used complex collision as simple. And you see it kind of highlighted this a little bit. So now if I save, go back to the first person map, I can drag this in here, and the origin is completely messed up on that, but that's fine. And then if I just drag that under a little bit, I'll show you. If I hop in the water here, it's going to get a little dark because of the underwater post-process, but if I swim here, I'm not phasing through it at all. I can actually stand here. And being it's slanted, if I hold down, I'm gonna go like that. But that's just because the object itself is slanted. That has nothing to do with the collision. You see, these things have collision. I can swim behind them. I can't swim through them, being they're so close to each other. This thing itself has collision. And the reason I'm so close is because my capsule collision isn't registering. It's just my character mesh, which does lead into some problems. But that's just a me thing. You shouldn't have to worry about that if you're capsule collision in your first person or third person blueprint is fine. But you see, even this little piece right here is fine. I could walk through this giant doorway. I have to scale it down in Blender, but that's fine. And then even this doorway right here. If I hug this wall, I collide with that, and I even collide with this little section of the doorway. The collision is exact to every single thing in here. And the only reason I'm making this video is because I have not seen this online anywhere. I've looked it up several different ways. The only solution I could find is that if we go back in Blender, is to pretty much duplicate this. Hello. Duplicate that. And then put that in edit mode. Go to mesh, convex hull. And then that'll do, at least, oh, sorry. I have to select all, then do mesh convex hull, and you see it makes this little shape here. And then usually this is what you would do as collision. And then you would like rename this to UCX plane front to match my other object, and then you could import this into Unreal along with this, and this would be your new collision. But of course the problem here with this is that you wouldn't be able to actually enter. So right now in Unreal we are using the already imported collision that actually comes with the mesh. I don't know why this isn't on by default. I wish it was on by default, because everything I've ever done, if this is set to project default, this would not register. But make sure under collision complexability you just set it to use complex collision as simple. And then I don't know if the complex collision mesh actually matters or not, but just for the sake of reliability, I'm going to be using that every time. But make sure you have generate missing collision off. Make sure you have no simple collisions. Simple collisions will be outlined in green, and as you see, there's none here. And I can turn off complex, and then it'll still show that. But that's just because I have this here, I believe. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful. I couldn't find anything online about it. I'm glad I was figuring it out and stuff. And if anybody else has this problem, hopefully this works for you, because this is all I did to get the collision to work. So yeah, there are some problems with my materials, but again, that has nothing to do with the collision. And then as you saw, everything works fine. Everything is great. Like even this little piece right here, if I come here, swim against this, it blocks me. Swim here, it blocks me. This little jagged edge right here, it blocks me. So yeah, hopefully that helps you in your endeavor. If there's any other problems that anyone's having, leave them in the comments, because I do a lot in Unreal. I will try to figure them out, and I will also leave the tutorial for all this stuff, like the landscaping, the boat, and all that in the comments. So yeah, hopefully this helps you. Hopefully you enjoyed. And just to show that this does actually indeed work, I have a new project. I haven't done anything with it at all, haven't even saved it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete the lights and the camera, delete this cube, add a mesh. I'll just do that, scale it up, add a sphere, scale that up, move that up and around just so we can get some weird funky stuff going on. Select this, Boolean, select this circle, apply that, delete that, and you see we have this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to export FBX. I'm just going to shove that on my desktop there, and then let's go here in Unreal. I'm just going to import it here just for tutorial's sake. Here, untitled, generate missing collision is off. Hit import. Okay, and then now open the static mesh up. Of course, hold on. Okay, now see this? Show simple, nothing. Show complex. It is outlining everything perfectly. If I scroll down here, actually I'm just gonna make it faster by typing in that collision. Let's get this out the way. So, complex collision mesh, untitled. Right here, project default, use complex collision as simple. Go ahead and save that. Save the plane as well. Now, if I put that here, that is much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that'll work, actually. And then I should be able to walk up a little bit of this. Yeah. I can jump, I slide down. That tree may have been blocking me, but as you can see, everything is lined up nicely. I can jump on the slanted slides a little bit and slide back down. If I hop in the water, that's just the camera clipping, because like I said, I have my capsule collision turned off for this over here. But yes, all this is working just fine. Let me go back in here and show you. I can walk around. I'm off the ground. I can jump, slide down because it's too steep. So yeah, hopefully this does help. Hopefully you guys will have fun in Unreal now instead of pulling out all your hair like I have been, because I don't know why this isn't on by default. It should, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that.